March 8th, International Women's Day, was established by the General Assembly of the United Nations Organization in 1977. The United Nations established this day in remembrance of March 8th, 1857, when 129 women textile workers in New York died in a fire while demonstrating against the long working days, low wages, and precarious conditions. This Saturday, as part of the commemoration of a new international women's strike, they will take to the streets again to counteract the violation of human rights of women and girls. This date seeks to highlight the role of women in the territories and communities. In Europe, citizens mobilized for International Women's Day to demand real equality and an end to gender-based violence, discrimination and sexual harassment. Women rights activists mobilized throughout Europe to reject the resurgence of the extreme right wing in the continent. On this day, the Italian government approved a bill that typifies femicide as a crime in the legal system with a penalty of life imprisonment. This decision came after an increase in alerts for harassment and violence in that country. Likewise, in Spain, activists started a day of struggle for equality and against reactionary and sexist movements. Parisian activists also took to the streets of France to defend women's rights. Across Turkey, thousands of women mobilized as well on Saturday on International Women's Day to reject inequality and violence against women. Demonstrators denounced the increase in sexual harassment and pressure from patriarchal society and called for policies to diminish such pressure. Dozens of women gathered in the capital Istanbul for a feminist night march, despite the fact that in recent years authorities have blocked attempts by women to demonstrate in Taksim Square, Istanbul's traditional rallying point for demonstrations. Despite President Recep Tayyip Erdogan's government declaring 2025 as the year of the family, critics accuse his administration of imposing restrictions on women's rights and not doing enough to address men's violence against women. And we go now to Latin America. In Quito, capital of Ecuador, hundreds of women are gathering to celebrate International Women's Day with a march towards the center of the city. It is a march to voice women's opposition to violence, the patriarchal system, and in defense of women's rights. In this context, in Russia, President Vladimir Putin sent a congratulation message to Russian women on this International Women's Day. The Russian president availed himself of this international holiday to underscore the importance of women in the development of his country. He said this date serves to exalt gratitude, love and respect for women. Putin said women are the ones who inspire men to perform noble deeds and to become true protectors of their families.
Dear women, we know that a great part of life depends on you, on your talent, creative energy, love, the extreme degree of responsibility with which you take on any task. We always admire your beauty, tenderness, and charm. Have a happy day along your loved ones.